Midday moment to you. I am your host, Dr. Davina Jones, Assistant Spiritual Leader of Today's Church in Tampa Bay, Florida, or based out of Tampa Bay, Florida, because we have ministries and study groups all around. And I have the pleasure of serving also as the fivefold general and bishop for Church of the Everlasting Kingdom. Our headquarters is in Baltimore, Maryland. As I grow in these communities, I enjoy sharing with you so you can grow too. Because just as you need your physical exercises so that your body can get to where it needs to go, you need your spiritual exercises so that your soul can get to where you need it to go. You need your soul to show up and support the good that is inside of you, the good that you were born with, the good that you have been ordained to share and to help support make things better, to support making things better, to support your communities, to support your family, to support what is your purpose, your lane, your vocation. There is good in you for all of that. And so your soul is where you pull that, you work through your soul so you can pull that out. Your soul is your mind, your thoughts, your intellect, how you feel to those thoughts, your heart, your feelings. They're there for a reason. They're valid. Don't throw them away. Doesn't mean they're true, but they are there. And they're there because you can feel some things that your mind has no clue about, but your intuition, your feeling is telling you something, and your will, how you make your decisions. So all four components that are within you, we call that your soul. So you need your soul to be strong and healthy. Yes, depression, oppression, suppression, it's real, it's there. I've been through it. Sometimes I'm in and out of it, but how do I get beyond it? So there's a certain way that I live my life. Hey, April, good to see you, beautiful. There's a certain way that I live my life so that I can overcome on purpose, not guessing and wimping, but on purpose. I seek to overcome and deal with the challenges and the things that show up in my life because life be life. And yes, so I seek to overcome on purpose. And then I also have a certain way that I live and do things so that I can live on purpose. I got a plan. I got a plan for my body, my health. I got a plan. I know sometimes I got hiccups in the plan, but I get right back in the plan and I start over. So I got a plan for my body, my health. I have a plan for my relationships, all of them. All of my relationships. I got a plan from my grandson all the way up to my mom and my daddy. I got a plan from all of my relationships and how I navigate my relationships so that I can do my best to manifest harmony with all. And then I have a plan for my money. I got a plan for my money. I know sometimes my plan does not populate the way I thought it was going to populate, but you know what? I get right back in there and work it. So you need your soul to support all of this. So I'm here to support you having a healthy soul. So I overcome on purpose. I live on purpose and I seek to live out my purpose because I believe that each of us, we come into this earthly experience with different gifts, talents, sensitivities, help us kind of know, oh yeah, this I belong here. This right here is where I belong. Because there are certain things, there are certain sensitivities that you have that they stir up your passion. They stir up your compassion. They don't stir up hers, but it stirs up yours. That's your purpose. Certain things that just really kind of stir up a righteous indignation. It doesn't hit anybody else. They're like, girl, please. But it stirs up something in you. That's part of your purpose. So as I live that out loud, as my eldest spiritual daughter likes to say, I tell all my business. As I live it out loud, I'm encouraging you so that you can find peace in the midst of chaos, so that you too can be an overcomer. You too can live on purpose and live out your purpose. I'm rooting for you. I'm cheering for you. All right. So a part of how I do that is through my prayer work. That's a very general concept, prayer work. And from time to time, I break it down into specific pieces to give you an idea of what the prayer work looks like. And so, for example, right this month we're highlighting my time, my talent, and the stewardship of my time, my talent, and treasure. Who do you give your time to? That's prayer work. Everybody don't get my time, and everybody don't get the same amount of time. That's prayer work. hmm Where am I giving my talents to? I don't answer every invitation. No, I don't answer every invitation. No, 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 no. That's prayer work. I need to be cognizant and I need to be conscious and intentional about who I'm giving my time to and where am I giving my talent to. Some companies I just will not work for. hmm Some invitations to volunteer here or there I just may not do. Yeah. All right. And then and then your treasure. Where do you give your money to? Who gets your money? And who gets prioritized? in your money flow. That's prayer work. All right. So that's just an example of prayer work. All right. Okay. Some people just need to leave. It's over. It's over. So it's now it's turning into something that's sucking you dry. So that's why giving your time to certain people and entities, that's prayer work. Know when to give and know when to say it's done. Okay. All right. So now included in my prayer work are daily affirmations. I have been sharing with you for the past couple of weeks from this catalog of affirmations. It is organized by the numerical day of the year. So this is the 176th day of 2026. And so there is an empowerment. There's an empowerment quote, an affirmation for every day. So I'm encouraging you to get this. And if you already have it, get a copy for your for someone. Okay. And so I've been sharing how I take these one sentences, these one liners, and I let them be a part of my thought process for the day, my meditation, my prayer work for the day. Okay. So today, and it's authored by Dr. Jerome R. Pulley. So some of you know I study with Dr. Jerome R. Pulley. And so it's authored by Dr. Pulley. You can get your copy at DOCTOR, Dr. Pulley, PULLEY at gmail.com. Okay. And it's called Kingdom. It's called Kingdom 365. So Kingdom is a system. It's a system of thinking. You already live in a system, but you get to decide. In John chapter 4, there's the woman at the well, and she's been used to a system. So she's working her system the best she knows. That includes, the six husbands. We always say five, but by the time she got to the well, it was six husbands. All right. And people have a lot of judgments about that. I ain't got no judgments about it because she working her system. First of all, women didn't even have a lot of power. So she truly is finding a way to work her system the best she knows, but the system is not really giving her everything that she really needs and desires. And so she gets introduced to a different system. Kingdom is a system. You already live in a system, and you get to decide how much is that working for you. So kingdom it's a way of being, seeing yourself as a divine image in the earth, seeing yourself as a divine idea in the mind of God, in the mind of Creator, in the mind of love, in the mind of light. So it's a system, it's a way of being, way of thinking, a way of seeing. How do you see things around you? How do you hear and listen? How do you speak? What do you use your tongue for, your mouth? Do you use your mouth to curse? Do you use your mouth to bless? I'm not just about others, I'm about you. So this is a part of a system. These empowerment statements and affirmations, they're part of a system. So today's affirmation, now I work with this, y'all. I work with them. Sometimes I read it and it's like immediately, and then other times I'm like, man, let me just work with this. And particularly too, sometimes depending on the background scripture, because it's faith based. All right, you can read the Bible literally. Good luck. You can read the Bible as literature. Great debates, great comparisons and contrasts, time periods, culture, all of that. Great debates. What's consistent, what's inconsistent. Great debates in terms of literature. You can also read the scripture for life application. I land with life application, and yet you can employ all of those. Okay, and so this is application. This is the affirmation for application today. Okay, this is the affirmation for application today. Journal your journey. Journal your journey. That's the empowerment tip for today. Journal your journey. Now, I had some immediate thoughts, then I really needed to work with my thoughts because it comes with background scriptures for life application. So, background scripture is Romans 7 and 14, and Romans 7 and 14 does not sound very encouraging at all. So, I read Romans 7, not just 7 and 14, but I read a larger portion. I didn't actually read the whole chapter, but I read a larger portion of Romans 7 to give me some context. And I did see something that spoke to me. Now, you work these tools for you, okay? I'm just talking out loud how I work them for me. So, journal your journey, okay? And so, Romans is another book that is attributed to Paul. I have a friend of mine who don't want to hear nothing about Paul because Paul was killing folks and carrying on. He's like, I don't know how somebody could be doing all of that and then give me this stuff right here. So you remember, you get to work this. You know, I'm just sharing what works for me. You got to do what works for you. Okay. And so be that as it may, Paul certainly does a lot of writing. And 7 and 14, King James says, For we know that the law is spiritual, but I'm carnal, sold under sin. It just sounds so horrible. God knows I've had some rough days. And I'm like, that sounds so horrible. Journal your journey. So I said, okay, let me sit back. Let me get a broader context. And as I read more of Romans 7, I saw something to support me, to help me, to put this in perspective for me. In Romans 7, now Romans 8, it's like half of the year's sermons are in Romans 8, all right? Romans 7 is not as popular, but there is a very common verse in Romans 7 where this is where Paul says, I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me. Now that spoke to me in connection to journal your journey. Even when I'm doing my best to do good, I still got these ill intentions that are tugging at me. Because of that, what came up in my reflection and my contemplation, I need this journal of my journey because I need to journey. I need I need to journal. I need to journal the good as well as the other stuff. But I need to see the good to remind myself of who I am and what's in me. Because there are times when I seek to do good and I got these ill tensions, these ill intentions, these intentions that don't, these thoughts that don't serve my highest good. I got some thoughts. Come on, be honest. You've not acted out everything that came to you. Had you done so, hmm we might not be sitting where we are with what we have now. So even in the midst of me aiming to do good, I got some temptations and I got some moments when I've yielded to the temptation and it wasn't all that great. It wasn't all that good. So I need to journal my journey so that I can go back and be able to remind myself of the good so that I can allow my good to outweigh, that my good can outweigh, my good can go beyond. I can build more on my good than the other stuff. I'm not excused and I'm not hiding the fact that I wasn't my best yesterday. I'm not hiding my best that I wasn't I'm not hiding that I wasn't in my best in that situation over there. I'm not hiding that you know what, it really wasn't the highest and best idea to send that text. It really wasn't. You know, that email, it was a different way to handle that email. It was not. So I'm gonna make note of that so that I don't do it again. But I'm also going to journal all of the other wins so that I can build on them. So I'm not gonna hide the other stuff. I'm gonna denote. I'm gonna make a notation of, man, that wasn't the best decision. But I'm gonna come right back around and I'm gonna journal the other stuff so that I can build on what is the highest and the best for me. That's my encouragement for you today. Journal your journey because even when you seek to do good, there's some other stuff up in there. And sometimes you got to remind yourself in your journal. You got to remind yourself. You got to talk back to yourself. You got to remind yourself. Sometimes you got to go back and look at what you wrote. Oh my goodness, yes. Okay, let me remind myself of this so that I can build on the highest good that is in me and that is yet manifesting through me. That I can produce more greater light than lesser light. That right there is what was a blessing to me today. Yeah. All right, that's it. I love you. God bless you. God be you. Don't be stingy. Like and share, and make sure you subscribe to the CAN YouTube channel, CAN KAN Kingdom Access Network, so that you can receive these various inspirations at any time during the day. You can go to the CAN YouTube channel, and if you're already here, welcome. If you're on Facebook or my personal YouTube, go to CAN KAN. I love you. God bless you. God be you. Take care, everybody.